Ambassador of Japan to India, Hiroshi Suzuki, our Nagaland Chief Minister Nipuriura, Aji May 18, Kohima Peace Memorial, our Eco Park, Ayochan Kritisha. Hiroshi Suzuki chundu 20 nimide Nagaland visit Krisha, Daido May 70, Punjapijidi, CMRC Hall, Kohima the Cultural Program come felicitation Lisha. Hiroshi Bra, Battle of Kohima Upper Kotapadaisha, Aru Kushigi, Japanese Manokarne, Battle of Kohima, Aru Battle of Infaldo, Hota Yatakyo. Chief Minister Nipuriura Laka Leadership Bitori Kohima Peace Memorial, Aru Eco Park Ayochan Korea, Aru Japan, Aru Nagaland Machadi Newton Friendship Raka Upper Hiroshi Bra, Kushipachan Aisha. Ajulai event to Delbres Aisawo.
I extend a very warm welcome to all of you, especially to His Excellency Shri Hiroshi Suzuki, the Ambassador of Japan to India. This Eco Park is also coming up under his leadership and his guidance. Without his guidance, without his vision, this project would not have seen the light of the day. We are very grateful to you, sir, for providing your very valuable guidance and actually conceiving this project and very actively supervising its implementation and guiding all the agencies that are involved in its implementation. The soft inauguration of Kohima Peace Memorial and Eco Park holds particular significance as we celebrate the collaborative efforts between the Government of Japan and Japanese International Cooperation Agency, JICA, with the Government of Nagaland. It represents not only a historical significance, but also serves as a symbol of peace, reconciliation, and holds profound educational value. This memorial and park is nestled amidst one of the strategic points of Kohima, opposite to the Capital Cultural Hall and overlooking the grand hills of Jafu Range and Mount Pulebadze. The state government is giving priority to these projects and their development continues to be monitored under the guidance of our Honorable Chief Minister. As I said yesterday, India and Japan's strategic partnership has multifaceted dimensions with a common vision for regional integration and growth. Japan's invaluable contribution to the growth and development of Nagaland are deeply appreciated. Through initiatives such as the Nagaland Forest Management Project by JICA, the establishment of a 400-bedded hospital at Nagaland Institute of Medical Sciences and Research, and the initiation of Japanese language education programs by the ARMS in collaboration with Nagaland University, which was also highlighted by His Excellency during his visit to Nagaland in 2024 for the Hornbill Festival.
Viva Zomo! 80 years ago, this peaceful and beautiful land of Nagaland became all of a sudden engulfed in the ravages of war between the Japanese forces and the British Commonwealth forces. For nearly 3 months, from early April to the end of June, the devastating Battle of Kohima unfolded, culminating to the fierce fighting known as the Battle of the Tennis Court. The people of Nagaland, who had nothing to do with the war, inevitably had to go through a great ordeal. Many were coerced into cooperation. So many people lost their lives or got injured under the crossfire. Most people were forced to flee from the land of their ancestors. In the end, the Japanese forces, led by Lieutenant General Kotoku Sato, decided to retreat on account of lack of replenishments. On their way back, countless soldiers lost their lives in the torrential monsoon rains due to lack of food and various fatal diseases. For the Japanese people, the Battle of Kohima is remembered, along with the Battle of Impal, as one of the most disastrous battles in the World War II. In this milestone year of the 80th anniversary of the Battle of Kohima, I feel deeply honored to witness the inauguration of the Kohima Peace Memorial, established by the great leadership of the Honorable Chief Minister of Nagaland, Sri Napier Rio. This monument enables us to stand here in solemn silence and offer our most sincere prayers to all the victims of the battle. I extend my deepest sympathy and heartfelt condolences to the people of Nagaland who had to endure indescribable sufferings brought forth by the Battle of Kohima. May the souls rest in peace. In August 1945, Japan surrendered and the Second World War came to an end. It was not until the mid-1970s, after the turmoil of the post-war reconstruction was over, that the former soldiers and their families visited Kohima in order to collect the remains. The people of Nagaland, despite traumatic sufferings from the Battle of Kohima, welcomed the visitors warmly as old friends and provided them with all possible support. Ms. Ajnao Belho, who is present here today, is one of those who looked after them in the Kohima village at that time and is still a volunteer with the Kohima Japan Bone Collection Team. They are making great efforts to help the Japanese government in collecting the remains of the soldiers. I am deeply grateful to the people of Nagaland for their magnanimous generosity extended to the Japanese people. This generosity has fostered a new friendship between Japan and Nagaland. Donations were raised from Japanese veterans of the Battle of Kohima and their families to help build the Kohima Cathedral. Today, right next to the Kohima Peace Memorial, an eco park is going to be developed as part of the Nagaland Forest Management Project with ODA from the Japanese government. When completed, I can just imagine that many people in Nagaland will visit the eco park to have a relaxing stroll with their families and friends and enjoy the nature. I hope this eco park will be loved by the people and will become a new landmark in Kohima, symbolizing the friendship between Japan and Nagaland. We are also witnessing another chapter of friendship being fostered, with many young people from Nagaland starting to travel to Japan for skill training and job opportunities. The Naga youth are getting very good reputation in Japan, and the Japanese host companies are keen to welcome more of them. In December last year, a Japanese sending organization called ARMS signed an MOU with Nagaland University to establish a Japanese language course here in Kohima. This, I hope, will encourage more and more Naga youths to learn Japanese language and seize skill training and job opportunities in Japan. In conclusion, I would like to express my most sincere gratitude to the Honorable Chief Minister, Sri Nephew Rio, and all the people of Nagaland for erecting the Peace Memorial. This memorial, I hope, will invite more Japanese people to visit Kohima in the future. I am convinced that the friendship originally fostered through the remains collection between Japan and Nagaland will be further strengthened through the construction of Eco Park, as well as exchange of young people, and they will become new bridges between Nagaland and Japan.
This Peace Memorial in Eco Park is the realization of a long-felt need in the state, given to the history of association between Nagaland and Japan. Nagaland is a small state blessed with rich natural resources. The state is part of the Indo-Myanmar Mecca Biodiversity Hotspot, one of 36 such areas in the world. However, the biodiversity in the state is deeply threatened due to increase of population and traditional way of cultivation. Above 70% of the state population is engaged in agriculture, mostly traditional method of zoom and shifting cultivation. This form of agriculture is attributed to be a major driver for forest cover loss in the state, has witnessed a gradual decline each in forests, as reported in the India State of Forest Report. In such situation, the sanctioning of the JICA assisted Nagaland Forest Management Project (NFMB) seems provide a professional in rescuing the rich biodiversity of the state. The project objective is to restore forest cover through tree plantation and zoom areas and promoting conservation of biodiversity through community participation, while at the same time improving livelihood by supporting income generation in 185 selected villages covering about 13% of the total villages in the state. The project aims to bring an area of 790 square kilometers under the forest cover by planting 17 million saplings. NFMP is being implemented successfully by my department, and credit for this largely goes to the state government led by our Honorable Chief Minister Sri Nephew Rio, who has been supporting the project since its inception. Through this project, the goodwill and benevolence of the people of Japan is getting known even in the most Indiro Naga villages.
I personally have always admired Japan for its perseverance, industrial industrialists, and Japan has shown the world what can be achieved through dedication, precision, and hard work. Nagaland's close association with Japan started almost 5 decades ago through the Japanese Association for the Recovery and Repatriation of War Casualties, an association that continues even today. This association has now matured into bilateral cooperation with Japan, under which we have 2 ongoing externally aided projects. In the forestry, as the Minister in charge of Environment and Forest has explained, and also the medical sector, where funding through JICA is provided for technical hospitals. On the cultural front, a program called the Genesis Program is under implementation, through which the youth of Nagaland get the opportunity to experience the rich culture of Japan, and this, I feel, will play a vital role in strengthening the ties between us and pave way for more meaningful partnerships in the future. Nagaland sees itself at the forefront of the Government of India Look East policy, which is now called as Act East policy, and is getting towards this role. The state has entered a memorandum of understanding to establish a center of excellence for foreign language, where the first comprehensive languages program offered is the Japanese language. As we learn that it will be starting in a month time, and I'll be also discussing with the Nagaland University to have sufficient students, because I learned that there are few, but that needs some advertisement or informations to the youth. I would like to assure you that we will take every possible steps to ensure best practice and transparent standards in carrying out the projects. We have undertaken several measures and have put in place system to improve ease of doing business in the state. Today's inauguration of Kohima Peace Memorial and the ceremony of laying foundation stone for the Eco Park is the expression of our commitment to forge stronger ties between our two peoples. I thank the government of Japan, JICA and others for your proactive engagement and cooperations with the state of Nagaland. I'm particularly grateful to the Excellency Ambassador to India, Hiroshi Suzuki, for taking active parts in all the activities. It is his third visit to Nagaland, and today it is a sign of fruitioning of the relationship in inaugurating the Kohima Peace Memorial and laying the foundation stone for the Eco Park. The Eco Park, once completed, will turn out to be a critical center of urban space and public utility. This park will also become a testament of our newfound friendship and collaboration between the people of Japan and India, especially the Naga people. We will strengthen bonds, enhance bilateral ties, increase people-to-people contact, and open opportunities for citizens of the two countries to always pursue common goals. The park will have outlets for entrepreneurship and livelihood initiatives. It will have space that celebrate our rich cuisines and unique Naga foods. There will be performance spaces and facilities for exercise, fitness, or recreation, as we are coming up with multi-parking, which is under construction, and on top will be an amphitheater, open theater. It will become a meeting point not just of people, but a breeding ground for ideas. And I am, on behalf of the state government and the people of Nagaland, joined the Chief Secretary in warmly greeting each and every one of you, especially the ambassador and the Japanese delegates, on this auspicious occasion. Today is a very important milestone in the narration of Naga-Japan partnership, as ours was an association that started under a cloud of conflict, but has today matured into an advocating peace and brotherhood of humanity. And this message is embodied by the Kohima Peace Memorial, which has just been inaugurated by Excellency Hiroshi Suzuki, the ambassador from Japan to India. And also the stone laid by the people of the state in the memory of our friendship, and the foundation laid by the ambassador for the Eco Park, which you can see the development yet to be taken place, where indeed privileged to have partnered to work with Japan, and in a small way the state could participate in erecting the Kohima Peace Memorial, which, as said by the ambassador also, that the people, local, national level, and international, particularly Japanese, will come to see the Kohima Peace Memorial and give respect to the departed soul in the conflict during Second World War. I have personally visited the Peace Memorial in Hiroshima. I saw at close quarters the history of war and violence, pain and suffering that war brings to everyone. It is these bitter experiences that have made us realize the importance of propagating peace around the world. We are making every effort to ensure that every citizen of our community become ambassadors of universal peace.